Okay, I'm Don Zenger. I guess I'm the winner of the 2017 Golden Oar Salmon Derby with the smallest fish ever to win, evidently. But yeah, my nephew and I decided to go out together. His wife was down south, and I'm single nowadays, and so we decided to go out of Amalga. I used to live out at past 16 Mile, and I know the places out there to do the coho fishing, seeing as how we couldn't fish kings this year. And so we went out of Amalga bright and early at starting time at 7:30 and ran out, went down to False Point Retreat and fished there on Friday. And we were doing real good there. I think we turned in 9 that day, and we released at least a dozen smaller ones. So that was the water was real good out there on Friday. It was easy to fish. The whole fleet was out there though. But on Saturday, we left about 7:30 or so out of Amalga again and ran out through the pass, and it looked pretty cruddy down there at Point Retreat. So we stopped at just west of the pass there on the backside of Lincoln Island and decided, well, we'll try it over here, because on the way back I'd caught one there yet on Friday. So we decided we'd fish there, and we caught about 4 6-7 pounders and that. And by golly, this one all of a sudden decided that he was hungry and bit the line, and the fight was on. We had a good time getting that in. Adam made several attempts at knocking it off the hook, but it didn't work. Finally got it in, and we realized at that time that this was a pretty good fish. Luckily, I had bought a brand new electronic scale. It said 19 pounds, and I says, I think maybe we're going to run this one in, So we threw the gear in the boat and pulled the downrigger balls in and headed back through the pass. It was about 4-footers in there in the tide rips, and about 5 whale watching boats out there and half a dozen whales, and a very confusing thing. And we made it back into Amalga, I think probably around 11 o'clock, somewhere around there, and waded in. And I was amazed. Well, it read 18.8, and then the scale seemed to be malfunctioning, so they had to fuss with that. And I'm going, oh no, this isn't good. But finally they got it stabilized, and it still weighed 18.8. So that was pretty happy. So then by the time Sunday, got home about 2, got tidied up a bit and sat here at home and was just going, gosh, what if somebody beats me? Plus my nephew, when he was 16, same thing, same scenario. On Saturday morning, he was fishing up in the pass and got the winning fish, or what he thought would be. And 2 hours before the end of the Derby, somebody beat him, so he ended up with second. So he's telling me that all day, and I'm going, holy cow, quit talking about that. So finally, on about Sunday, I think if I had taken my blood pressure, it had broken the meter. So I decided it was time to go down to Louis and have a beer and calm down a bit. And so that's what I did. And everybody down there, they had the radio on and the whole thing. And, Don, you're going to win. You're going to win. And I said, not till 6, not till 6. And sure as heck, when the gun ball or the cannon went off, I'd won. 50 years it took me.